6,157, and the time for the 2 miles was 3:26.49. That's on the New Zealand Cup. Now, a B at 290 as we head back to Andrew.
Yes, Dean, my numbers here are 7, 2, 13 and 1. Michael Rodd's got the chance to get home a winner here in his stint in Victoria. Decoding and Celtic Peace look to be virtually the only two that'll press forward in the early part of the race. JKB
quite wide on the green, moves in now, and the field is set to go. Ready to run, light flashes, 1300 the journey. They're racing. Green Bottle jumped all right, but eases back soon after the jump. Shell Shock got away quickly with Celtic Peace. JKB right up there in the early part. So too is Peer Gynt, and Decoding's working across, but Celtic Peace finds the lead out by about 2 lengths now. JKB second outside of Peer Gynt with Decoding trapped out, and then Havana Town fifth. 1.5 to Arakai from Shell Shocked, and then came No Bull. About 2 or 3 lengths further back in the field, Contend on the outside of On the Green, and then Zibolino. Well back Power and Rhythm, followed by Judanzo, and Windsocks in that bunch with Mr. Expert. And about 3 lengths away is Green Bottle. Celtic Peace leading narrowly. Decoding had booted up into second outside at the 600. Then Peer Gynt third on the inside of JKB, who does have the run of the race here, followed by Havana Town as they cornered. One down. At the back of the field, it was Contend that took a fall. They race down the dip now, and coming to the 400 metre mark, Celtic Peace from Decoding. JKB is here with its run. Havana Town's running on down the outside too, and Decoding is battling Celtic Peace, JKB and Havana Town. 100 left to go. JKB and Havana Town, Nikolic and Oliver. Oliver getting the best out of Havana Town. JKB kicks back. The bobbing go. JKB kicked back under Nikolic and beat Havana Town. 2 lengths away in third, placing On the Green. What a great finish that was. Zibolino, Arakai, Celtic Peace are next from Peer Gynt, and they were followed further back then by Shell Shock, Judanzo, and then Green Bottle, followed by Decoding, and next to finish in the race, Power and Rhythm, No Bull, and then Windsocks, Mr. Expert. The rider lost his irons. He's well back in the field, and Contend took a fall. Let's see, Danny Brereton. The Contend has continued on. Danny is being attended to by the ambulanceman at the top of the straight at this point. Now, number 2 has won the race, and that was just one of the great finishes. 2 wonderful riders, and they paired down to fight the race out, and Oliver got the best out of Havana Town. He put his head in front about 100 from home, and then JKB fought back under the hands and heels of Danny to score a last stride win, or a last couple of strides win. It's got there about a long head to a neck on the line. A ripper of a finish. Second to Havana Town, and third On the Green. Numbers are 2, 1 and 13 in 1:16.9. 1:16.9. Now, just trying to see, Danny's sitting there with his knees drawn up. He's on his back, so he's, I would say, conscious, and we'll try and get a report on him as soon as we possibly can. After that incident at the home turn, he just seemed to slip as far as I could see, and fortunately he was near the back of the field, so let's hope that he's been able to escape harm. 1:16.9 won the time there, and the margins are neck by 2.5 after one of the very good finishes. It might not be the top quality horses going around, but when you get champion riders on board them like that, you do get a tingle up the spine watching them fight it out. It was a beauty. Okay, that's the story of that. Totes to come. Just having a quick look at the replay there. It looked like there was a bit of interference on the inside of Contend, and the horse shifted out in front of him, bringing him down. So let's hope he's all right, Danny. I'll let you know down the line as soon as I can. He's with the ambulance boys now. Righto, next on the card, race 7, take out 4, 8 and 14. It's due to go at 4:30.
Thank you, Greg, and well, just shows how well Dan Nikolic is riding at the moment. There's not too many riders that can outplug Damien Oliver in a tight finish, and he's been able to do that. So Victoria's 2 leading riders going head to head there in race 6. Now, the storm over Sydney at the moment is really intensifying, and They tell me the yellow bits are bad, the orange bits even worse, and you don't want to see the red bits. Well, there's plenty of yellow, orange and red at the moment, particularly around the Menangle, Bulli and Dapto area, and sweeping across towards the coast. But Rosehill at the moment, they're starting to cop a little bit of rain, and that will probably get worse over the next few minutes. So another storm across Sydney at the present time. 5. Zhivago at 340, Kayesa 330, Compete at 740 and Shockaroo at 770. Stormcat Academy at nice attractive odds at $12. We'll be hearing from Gwenda Markwell, who puts the polish on Zhivago, the top weight, in due course. Now they're at the barrier at Eagle.
That storm is going to hit here soon. To say windy and light rain, but apparently there is a storm in other areas of Sydney. They're ready now. They're off this time. Again, a lovely start. Shockaroo near the inside and My Mandoria away quickly. Kayesa's going to head them. Nice and handy is Sunburned Boy, and around them goes the favourite Zhivago. King Capo not far away, followed by Stormcat Academy and then Stratton. A length and a half into Dr. Freeze, Compete and Dane Run. Fairly compact the field as they go along to the 750, and Little Willie Pearson takes Zhivago clear. 2 lengths Kayesa third, My Mandoria, then Shockaroo, followed by Sunburned Boy, who's in the centre. And wider out on the track next as they race down the side, King Capo, then Stormcat Academy, followed by Stratton, Dr. Freeze, Dane Run, and the well-tried Competers last as they come to the bend at the 500. And Zhivago, the old fella, steadied in the lead, swings around the turn by 2 lengths on Kayesa. Shockaroo the rails, third a length, My Mandoria, Sunburned Boy, and then Stormcat Academy, followed by King Capo, then Compete. They come past the 250. He shakes up Zhivago. King Capo running a huge race on the outside, and King Capo went up to Zhivago to head him off clear of Kayesa and then Stormcat Academy, but it's all King Capo, and King Capo wins well from Zhivago. Stormcat Academy in a photo with My Mandoria for the minor. Compete flew home, and then came Kayesa, followed by Stratton. A length into Dane Run, Sunburned Boy, Dr. Freeze and Shockaroo dropped out to finish last. Gee, race well today, King Capo. Number 10, ridden by Bobby Alyssa. An 8-year-old, by golly, the veterans fighting it out, eh? King Capo and Zhivago, both old enough to vote. And King Capo just a little too sprightly with the pull on the weights for Zhivago. Numbers will be up in a moment. Trained by Phil Hood here, King Capo for Mr. L.H. Chan by Desert Sun from Capo Quinn. And he'd run good races at Warwick Farm and here Rosehill prior to today, but stepping up in class. But he's got the prize. Waiting on the numbers to come up. That $14 he'll pay on the win and $3.40 for the place. Time for the race was 1:11.27, 34.84 was the sectional time. They're not running any real time here today. We might have a problem with the infield screen possibly. So 10 will be the winner, and that will be King Capo. Second will be 1 Zhivago, written by William Pearson. And the third will go to Stormcat Academy probably. Number 5, yes, there it is. Number 5 has run third, and 11 My Mandoria ran fourth, and number 2 Kayesa ran fifth. And I tell you what got home well, and that was number 4 Compete. It ran sixth. Now 10, 1 and 5, and the official totes: number 10 $14.10 and $3.40, number 1 $1.50, and number 5 $3 neat. Quinella $16.70, Exacta $48.20, Trifecta $449.40. The first 4 healthy divvies $17,081.80, and the special div on the daily double $12.80. Here are margins. Thanks, Sal. It was 3/4 by 2, 1:11.27, and it's 34.84 with King Capo taking out race number 6, the Swept Seata Handicap.
Thank you, Ian. Line. And as we check over, nothing else all that well fancied. I'm X-rated at 12 is next best. Okay, Simon Morrish puts the polish here on number 6, Balascal. Nicholas Ryan has the right.
Danny Brereton, mild concussion, a little bit of concern about his left shoulder. He's gone to Epworth for x-rays on that, some observation, but he's expected to be released tonight and go home. So he's escaped any serious injury after that fall, fortunately. Now, Pretty Panay, she's been on much better behaviour once they got her around to the start, and she links into the stalls, and they're all in now and they're ready to run. Race 7, 1800 metres for the mares. Off they go. No Chatter jump well in the middle of the line. Belascal jumped all right. Fei Lung's up there. Starline is also going forward with First Love along the inside as they settle into stride now. And Jeune Royale went right back to about third or fourth last. Down the back they run, and First Love the leader. Fei Lung's declaring it on though on the outside, and they kick away about 3 to 4 lengths to Excite. Starline easing back to fourth, and Miss Susie Q on the inside of her. Couple of lengths to Pretty Panay, IMEX rated. 2 lengths Belascal, Jeune Royale. Another 2 lengths then to Lady Louisa, Sales Lady, No Chatter, and Aura's last of all, and they've run it pretty solidly down the back. And the leader is First Love. Fei Lung set up in second placing. Starline's whipped around the field quickly, goes up 3 deep and joins the leaders, looking for the front now, and finds it. And then came Excite, who's back in fourth placing, and then Miss Susie Q about 2 or 3 lengths further back, Pretty Panay, and then IMEX rated on the rail. Further 4 lengths away in the field is Belascal, outside Jeune Royale. At the 800, 2 lengths further back, Lady Louisa. No Chatter starting a run from Lady Louisa and Starline found the lead, and Shin slowed them down before the turn, and he leads by about a half a length to First Love. Fei Lung going up wide around the turn. Then came Excite, who's following the leader into the straight from IMEX rated. Pulling to the outside then Miss Susie Q, followed by Pretty Panay, and wider out is No Chatter. Starline went to the 400, leading by about a head only. On the outside, Fei Lung. First Love's under the whip, then Pretty Panay. Excite following through on the inside behind the leader. Now he goes for her at the 200, and Starline kicked away by 2 lengths. Here's Jeune Royale. She's threading through the gaps and coming. Starline with Jeune Royale and Belascal, but Starline just in front and wins. Starline by a half a length to Belascal and a half head to Jeune Royale. They both closed, but Starline had a big break on them and won. They were trailed then by Lady Louisa making ground, and further back then came, at the head of the others was First Love, and then Excite, Pretty Panay, IMEX rated, and Fei Lung. Long break in the field, No Chatter, and at the end of the field here is Miss Susie Q and Sales Lady. Well, that was a very clever ride by Blake Shin. Number 5 getting home, Starline, Blake Shin and Peter Moody. She had the breaks today, made her own luck in front. She'd been very unlucky in recent outings. Second goes to Belascal, number 6. Third is Jeune Royale, number 1. It's 5, 6 and 1 officially. Blake Shin taking the initiative mid-race and going to the front, and when he got there, he slammed the brakes on from the 1,000 metres and slowed them right up until he wanted to go. And it was a very, very clever ride, kicking away near the 200 metres. The descenders were both Belascal and Jeune Royale, but Starline had a winning break on them at the 200 metre mark and has held on to score by about a long neck. In fact, officially a long neck on the post. Ahead second and third, time 150.39. 380 and 170 for Starline, 260 Belascal and 170 Jeune Royale. Multiple bets coming through. The daily double on 2 and 5 paid $40.70. The quaddie 7, 2, 2 and 5, $3,640.10. $3,640.10. Quinella paid $22.70. Exacta $38.60. The trifecta $116.70, and the running double $9.40 on 2 and 5. Okay, there's a story of the race. One clever ride by this young man, Blake Shin, getting Starline home. Numbers 5, 6, 1 on race 7.
Thanks, First. And we're about to have a look at the head-on. The third horse, Jeune Royale, over the concluding stages. Jeune Royale is in the Lindsay Park colours. There it is, looking for a run through them. And, of course, Belascal was about to run to the front at this stage. Jeune Royale was trying to get through, and the grounds for the protest is over the concluding stages, about here where the horse on the inside, Starline, does drift off quite noticeably. So certainly something in it. Starline going on to win the race from Belascal and Jeune Royale. If you're on Belascal, you're in the hot seat, because if the protest is upheld, then it gets promoted into the Premier's spot. Here's the shot from behind. There's Star Line veering off the track. Jeune Royale was really getting some momentum up at that stage. The rider basically had to stop on Jeune Royale and then get going again. So it's one of those, it's touch and go. It's the way, I guess it's all in the hands of the way the stewards view it. It was a long neck and a head. So a long neck by a head. So interesting one there at Sandown, third against first. Righto, Rose Hill race 7 is due in 5 and Charlie Bub at 290 in favourite. And with some late mail, let's head back to Ron Dufficy.
Race 7 here, Rose Hill Gardens, numbers 7, 13, 6 and...
Again, the starter goes onto his stand, presses the button, and there they go. Immediately, Gold Winner drops out the back, and the Thunder Time, the early leader, taken on by Azam Valley, and Canny Single burned the lot of them off. It's Our Time is Nice and Handy, and around them goes Octama, the favourite, followed by Viking Dancer, and then Royal Circle, a length and a half further back in the field as they settle down. Michael de Dragon, Charlie Bub next to last, and 2 lengths to Gold Winner. They work their way down the back, approaching the 1,000 mark around here. Octama takes up the role of pacemaker from Canny Sing and Viking Dancer. Azam Valley drops in 4th, Thunder Time back to 5th, and then Go Apollo on the outside. Wider out next is Royal Circle. It's Our Times on the fence from Michael de Dragon and Charlie Bub the inner, and Gold Winner's Absolute working on to the side of the track past the 750. Octama steadied by Brown. Viking Dancer second, Thunder Time wide out third from Canty Sing, and further away on the race is Azam Valley. Royal Circle's out off the track. A couple of lengths further away on the inside, It's Our Time, and then comes Go Apollo, followed wider out by Michael de Dragon. Charlie Bub second last, and Gold Winner's Absolute going to the outside as they straighten up. And Octama comes to the 400 and kicked a length and a half on Thunder Time. Viking Dancer under the whip in third posse, followed by Royal Circle. And then Canny Sing, and Gold Winner starting to muster speed, and Charlie Bub is weaving clear past the distance, and Gold Winner runs past Octama. Here's Charlie Bub. After Gold Winner, Charlie Bub is finishing with an electrifying run. He goes to Gold Winner. Charlie Bub does the better, and Charlie Bub put his best foot forward and beat Gold Winner. Royal Circle or Octama for third, and then a wall including It's Our Time, Michael de Dragon, Go Apollo, then Canny Sing, followed third last Thunder Time, second last Viking Dancer, at Absolute Azam Valley. Charlie Bub. He put his best foot forward today, Charlie, and he drove through that gap like a horse possessed. Number 2, Charlie Bub, ridden by Darren Beedman, by O'Reilly from Ungaro, trained by Gary Portelli for Mr. Ron Krogan. And Gary was pretty keen about his chances. I heard him in a radio interview this morning, and he was very, very keen. And the horse has done it for him. Number 2, Charlie Bub, has clocked up 1 minute 30.35, running his last 600 in 35.78. Here are the numbers. Number 2, Charlie Bub, Darren Beedman first. Number 3 is second, and that is Gold Winner. Isn't he an honest horse? Frank Gardner trading the son of Ma Wiener, Johnny Grisdale in the saddle. And number 4 is run third, and that was Royal Circle by Palace Music, Oliver Coolman, Larry Cassidy. The official 4th went to number 13, and that was Octama, who went to the lead early and knocked up.
Thanks, Ian. Now that protest at Sandown has been dismissed. That protest Sandown dismissed, and those numbers will stand. Rose Hill trifecta paid 127.70. Octama number 13 running 4th. The first 4 353.40 after race 7 at Rose Hill. But, let's head back and join Greg for race 8.
And in this final event of the program, an extremely wide betting race, holding sway at the moment is number 1. Racing, and La Tonkiki first to bounce out with Beautiful Poppy, and Princess Abassi also got away well with Purely Academic, showing good pace today, is improving her place as they settle into stride now. And there's Plush Manor driving across as they settle fully. Princess Abassi now being headed by Plush Manor and American Graffiti. Back in 4th placing is Purely Academic. La Tonkiki 5th the inside. Feel On well away from the pace today, trailed by Beautiful Poppy. Isn't She Grand, and Vitamini is last as they went by the 800 metre mark, and Plush Manor racing clear of the pack, set up about 6 lengths on American Graffiti. Princess Abassia neck away in third, and then Purely Academic. La Tonkiki on the inside, losing a bit of ground coming up towards the turn. He's easing her and I think pulling her out of the race. In fact, yeah, La Tonkiki's gone amiss and she's been pulled up. And in the straight they race down the dip, and Plush Manor's by 5. Purely Academic gives chase around American Graffiti, and then Princess Abassi followed further back in the field by Beautiful Poppy and Feel On. Plush Manor getting a bit tired at the 250 metre mark, and Purely Academics claiming her now for Dan Nikolic. Then American Graffiti. Here comes Beautiful Poppy. It's Purely Academic in front. Beautiful Poppy had to switch course to the inside. Purely Academic. Beautiful Poppy drives. They hit the line. Beautiful Poppy, a nose, I think, to Purely Academic to give James Winks a treble. Feel On into third, and then American Graffiti, followed by Plush Manor, Princess Abassi, Vitamini, Isn't She Grand as last, and La Tonkiki pulled up at the top of the straight by Reese Wheeler, who's very quickly unsettling her. She's favouring the off 4, which she's keeping off the ground, so she's pulled up La Tonkiki. Here's the photo. The inside gets it. It's Beautiful Poppy getting the money. Number 5 will get it. Beautiful Poppy. It's a treble for James Winks. Purely Academic racing to the front under Danny Nikolic, looking the winner. But Beautiful Poppy has pegged it back on the inside, and I fancy will get the verdict as we await the judge to semaphore it. There it is, 5, Beautiful Poppy. James Winks first. Number 9, Purely Academic. Danny Nikolic was second. And the third number is yet to be semaphored, and we've seen some great finishes, some terrific racing here today, and another wonderful finish to close out, particularly for James Winks with his winning treble. Third's gone to number 2, Feel On, 5, 9 and 2. Fourth in went to number 4, American Graffiti, and fifth, number 3, Plush Manor, as she set up the fast pace in the early part before weakening. Yeah, La Tonkiki, sadly, I don't know how serious the injury is, but she refuses to put that off 4 to the ground. Got her tail high in the air, and she's obviously in a bit of pain there, so let's hope it's something that she's going to be able to be treated for. Short half head was the winning margin, 3 1/4 and 117.21.
Still about 2 minutes away. Cosmic Rays, no surprise to see him get some late support here. He's into $8. Gull Catcher at $6.80, Chiraga at $5.50, El Squire at $7.70, and Lord Revoke now at $5.70. $10 for Run Just Run, who's been kept pretty safe. Ronnie Stewart, the rider. So they're about to come up. This is race number 8 at Rose Hill. Let's join Ian Craig.
Thanks, Dean. In they come for the last of the afternoon out here. Some light rain falling at the moment. It was a little heavier around 15 minutes ago. After about half an hour ago, looking as though the rain might have disappeared for the afternoon. So the weather pattern's a bit hard to follow. This is a very, very open race. You've had a good look, no doubt, at the totes around Australia now on track, just to give you an idea what's happening. Chiraga, the very honest horse, is the favourite, about a half point shorter than 5 Alcazar. So 3 in front of 5. Now coming in Lord Revoke, little money late for Lord Revoke. He's equal second with Alcazar, and then we go to Cosmic Rays. So now a bit more coming for Chiraga. So Chiraga and Lord Revoke have been the best who tried on course in the last few minutes for race 8. Charlie Bubb did well to win race 7. Number 2, Darren Beatman, beat 3 Gold Wiener, 4 Royal Circle and 13 Octama. Other winners today, King Capo, Ergonet, Muster Bashir, Brimley, Marfickle and Wager. Now at the 1200 marker, Max Success is about to find his posse. Right, 3 to move in. Max Success, the favourite Chiraga. Well, he's the favourite on track, and Kid Combo. Just having a quick look at the tote board. Yeah, number 3, Chiraga, 5.10. Interesting runner here, Bulletproof Billy, number 4. First up for 9 months. Anyway, they're all in, ready to go. The last of the afternoon here. Be running light rain. Starter high on his stand. Run Just Run made a lunge. Vitoe Run Just Run, an attendant with him, gives him a pat. Movement in the middle. Gates are back. There they go on the last. Bulletproof Billy out the back with Cosmic Rays. Inflation left best, going up very smartly, to be fair, to lead. Showing plenty of early speed too as they settle fully into stride as Alcazar with Lord Revoke. It's to be fair at the end of 250 from Alcazar. Lord Revoke, Run Just Run, Inflation wide out. Then Max Success, Athelnot, followed by Gullcatcher, Kid Combo, Chiraga, Bulletproof Billy, and two to Cosmic Rays. Out of the back straight they travel, and Beatman takes Lord Revoke to a clear-cut lead. To be fair, 1.5 second a length third as Alcazar from Inflation. Then Run Just Run, Max Success, Kid Combo out very, very wide, followed by Gullcatcher, and a couple of lengths further off is Athelnoth, and then Chiraga, Bulletproof Billy, and Cosmic Rays brings up the rear as they're homeward bound. And Lord Revoke getting away from the rail, straightens up more than a length, to be fair. Alcazar, Run Just Run, Inflation still there on the outside, and a couple of lengths further back is Chiraga starting to put in his claim from Gullcatcher. Run Just Run speared through to take the lead past the 200. Lord Revoke second, Chiraga on the outside. The only danger to Run Just Run. Run Just Run in front. Chiraga's run out of ground, and Run Just Run comes away to beat Chiraga. Lord Revoke third, Photo fourth, Alcazar with Cosmic Rays, who made up many lengths. Then Inflation, Gullcatcher, followed by Athelnot, To Be Fair, Max Success, Kid Combo, and Absolute Bulletproof Billy. It was too good in the last of the day. Number 12, Run Just Run, ridden by Ronnie Stewart for Gary Portelli, winning double for Gary. And Des Hoisted was telling me that Ronnie has to go back and talk to the stewards after the last race for alleged tightening in an earlier race. Whether it'll lead to anything or not, I don't know. Anyway, number 12, Run Just Run, ridden by Ronnie, has taken out the final event of the afternoon, and that's a double for Ron. He won on Fickle. Owned by E.H. Palmer, T.S. Young, by Just Awesome from Dolly Dewdrop. And Run Just Run first up since the 19th of October. Number 3 has run second, and that was Chiraga. He ran out of puff in the last 50 metres by Danehill Dancer from Main Event. Paul Perry, Len Beasley. 10 got third. Lord Revoke, he might be on the way back. By Revoke, Darren Beatman riding the Revoke Barberia Gelding, trained by Chris Waller. One ran fourth, and that was Cosmic Rays, who came out of the stalls a bit ordinarily, and the all-important 5th and 6th for a big, big superfecta yet to come. So it's 12, 3, 10 and 1 on the last one, 10.89 overall, 35.02 sectionally, and the total dividends that we have. Number 12, $9.90 and $3.30. Number 3, $2, and number 10, $2.30. The Quinella, $32.90. Exacta, $64.30. Trifecta, $370.50. The first four on 12, 3, 10, 1, $2,763.30. And it was a pretty keenly contested go for 5th and 6th. Okay, that's about as far as we can take you. The winners today: Wager, Chris Munsmar, Fickle, Ronnie Stewart, Brimley, William Pearson, Muster Bashir, Larry Cassidy, Ergonet, Dan Beasley, King Capo, Bob Alyssa, Charlie Bub, Darren Beedman, and the last winner, of course, was Run Just Run, Ronnie Stewart, number 12. Now, here we go. Number 8 ran 5th, and number 5 ran 6th. So, if you've got these numbers, 12, 3, 10, 1, 8, and 5, the overall declared divvy of $152,757.20. The jackpot component, $15,263.68. Congratulations if you have it. That wraps up my part of the racing service from Rosehill Gardens. Wait down the line. Good afternoon to you.
Thanks very much, Ian. Ian Craig at Rosehill this afternoon. Ronnie Stewart landing a double today, along with Gary Portelli. 12, 3 and 10. Now, Victoria, we've got harness racing at Newcastle tonight. At the moment at the Gallops, that meeting has just been halted for a shade until the storm passes over. It really has hit Newcastle flush on, and at the moment they are operating under adverse conditions at Newcastle. The first of their harness races gets underway at 6:45 this evening.